Okay, Angelica, thank you for being on time. Today we have our second virtual session of the week, and we are going to talk about present unreal conditional. It means, again, conditional sentences, but in this case, we are using those conditionals to talk about present. We have seen past modals and perfect modals to talk about hypothetical situations in the past, but now we are going to focus on those hypothetical or unreal situations in present. And we are going to see wishes, what we would like to achieve, like something that we would like to get, and regrets, something that we didn't do or we didn't achieve, and now we regret it. So we are going to see how they work, because a wish is something for the present and the future, and a regret is something about the past. Let's move. We're going to read three situations, and the question is, what would you do? This question is not for you, but this was the question that a survey did for some people in the UK. So I'm going to read the situation and two options, an affirmative and negative option. If you accidentally damage a parked car in a parking lot, if you found out your coworker got the job using false credentials, and if you found some money on the street, those are the situations. And now, can you help me out reading some of the answers that people
teacher.
gave?
If the owner weren't around, I'd leave a note with my phone number. I wouldn't leave a note if the owner weren't around.
Perfect. So same option, but positive and negative. Now the next one.
I would keep it a secret only if I liked my coworker. I would keep it a secret unless my boss asked me directly about it.
Ask me directly about it. And the last situation.
I wouldn't try to return it unless it were a large amount. Even if I were really broke, I'd, I'd give the money to the police.
Okay, so here we have some sentences or some expressions that are the ones that we want to highlight tonight. For example, I would keep it a secret only if. So the first part, keep it a secret, would be my option under a condition. Only if I liked my coworker. It means that if I don't like my coworker, I will tell the truth. So only if, in this case, is expressing a condition. I would keep it a secret unless, again, a condition. Yes, I wouldn't say anything, but if my boss asks me, I will tell. Again, here we find a condition. I wouldn't try to return it unless it were a large amount. Or even if I were really broke, it, being broke means I don't have money, any money. But even under that condition, no matter that condition of being broke, this person would do it. These are the results of the survey. 62% of the people surveyed would never fail to report damaging a parked car, even if nobody were present. That would be wonderful here in Colombia, that you get your car damaged and people leave a note for you to contact them. This is a high percentage of people. 48% of people think that it's unacceptable to use false credential on a job application. That's a low rate. Check this type of words, unacceptable, something that is not well. 18% of people wouldn't keep money they found on the street. Most of the people would keep it. 58% will never illegally avoid paying the fare on public transportation. 25% of people surveyed think that it's never okay to exceed the speed limit while driving. Most of people surveyed in this case, they consider that it's not a bad idea to exceed the limit. Now, talking about these conditionals using unless, only if, and even if. Unless clauses include exceptions that would change the speaker's decision. Only if stress or make an emphasis the condition for the result. And even if are followed by unexpected results.
Teacher, a question.
Yes?
In the topic, in this case, even if is more um, ah, como un resultado inesperado, es como lo
Yes.
entiendo. O sea,
Yes.
como que iba a hacer algo, o sea, no sé, me imaginaba hacer una torta y resulta que se me quemó, no esperaba que se me quemara. Es,
No.
¿no?
No. It's something that is not the common or the normal result or the normal outcome. For example, I even if toys are very expensive in this season, I'd buy them. Even if I'm really tired, I'd go to the gym. ¿Qué pasa? Si las cosas están caras, even if toys are really expensive, incluso si los juguetes están muy caros en esta época, yo los compraría. O sea, lo normal es que si estás muy caros, voy a esperar a que bajen de precio. Es como la lógica normal. O sea, even if es para desafiar esa lógica.
Ah, ok, ya entiendo.
Even if I'm really tired, I'd go to the gym. Normalmente, ¿qué pasa? Si la gente está muy cansada, pues dice, no, lo dejo para mañana. Y bueno, y por eso mucha gente desiste, ¿verdad? Porque, uy,
Ujú.
no, no hago el esfuerzo. Pero ahí es cuando yo muestro que es algo inesperado. Even if I'm really tired, I'd go to the gym. Even
Okay.
if, even if I were really broke, incluso si estuviera muy quebrado, o sea, muy necesitado de dinero, I'd give the money to the police. Si estás muy necesitado de dinero y te encuentras dinero en la calle, como que lo que se esperaría sería que te lo quedaras.
Ujú.
That's what they mean talking about unexpected results.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. So, unless exceptions, exceptions that change my decision. I wouldn't try to return it, talking about money again. I wouldn't try to return it unless it were a large amount. It means if I find $1 or $2, I would keep it. But if maybe it's a case full of money, I don't know, a purse full of notes, I would return it. I would keep it a secret unless my boss asked me directly. My decision is to keep it a secret. The only condition that would change my decision is the question of my boss. Only if, in this case, I would keep it a secret only if I like my coworker. Just one condition to change my action, to change my result. Let's practice with some sentences and you can have a better idea. I'm going to show you some sentences and you have to match them.
Okay, teacher. Um, um, the 1, 2, 3. I would call my ex-girlfriend. Um, I don't, I don't call. Only if she called me first.
Very good. I would call my ex-girlfriend only if she called me first.
Me
Very good.
first. Sí. De resto, I wouldn't steal money. Even if I were really broke.
Very good.
She would call the police unless she called me. Ah, no, sorry, teacher. Only if she saw a live crime.
Very good. It means that this girl never calls the police. She only would do it if she saw a life crime, or if it's really serious.
Uh-huh. Yes. I wouldn't call my ex-girlfriend unless she called me first.
Can you see that this is the same sentence? They have the same meaning.
Yes. In first sentence, I would is in present. Sí.
Is in the first sentence that you match, check that the first part is in affirmative form. I would call my ex-girlfriend only if she called me first. Affirmative. In the
Yes,
second one,
the
I wouldn't
condition.
call.
Tell me.
In the second one, I wouldn't call my ex-girlfriend unless she called me first. Mira que con el only if yo tengo la elección ya hecha. O sea, yo la llamaría solo si ella me llama primero.
Sí,
Yo no la llamaría a menos que ella me
ya
llame
me llamó
primero.
primero. Ujú.
¿Sí es? Pero lo que refleja es la misma idea. Lo
Ok,
que expresa es la misma idea. Entonces tienes que ser cuidadosa con el unless y el only if, porque parecieran muy similares, pero hay que ver cuándo poner el would positivo y cuándo negativo.
pero el unless es como más como, yo lo llamo así como blandito porque me permite como cambiar, o sea, como cambiar pues mi decisión. Mientras que el long live es como fuerte, o sea, como definitivo.
Sí, esa es una forma en la que lo puedes interpretar, porque el
Ok,
only if es solo bajo esa condición.
listo. Ok,
Ok.
continue. My cat wouldn't play with my dog. Really awesome. Um, only he. I with my cat would play with my dog. Mm, mm, mm. Only if I really need them.
Oh, no. If you want, you can try with another sentence. This could go to the end of the
Okay. Um, she, she wouldn't eat the cake unless it were made only of chocolate.
Very good.
My brother wouldn't drink a beer even if it were very hot. I know. Mm, they would come and help me only if I really need them. I wouldn't eat exotic food unless there were nothing else at the restaurant. I wouldn't go skydiving or
Skydiving.
skydiving, even if I paid you to do it. And the option my cat would play with my dog only if he were very bored.
Okay, very good. Very good job.
Thank you, teacher.
So the idea is that when you want to talk about some unreal situations, because I'm not going to ask or order exotic food or something like that, only, or it would happen under certain circumstances. Cuando vamos a hablar de cosas que no son la realidad, no son lo que las personas harían normalmente, sino que son cosas que solo sucederían bajo ciertas circunstancias. Entonces, para expresar eso, es que utilizamos este tipo de palabras. Only if, unless, or even if.
in this case, only the words is únicas, ¿sí? Only. O sea, solamente usamos unless porque es unreal. Entonces, I use unless, even if y only.
And only if.
Only if.
Yes,
No more.
yes,
O sea, no existen. O sí existen otras que de
yes.
pronto.
But these are the ones that we are covering now. There are other ways to express unrules, but remember that we have more time to continue studying, but there are some others. But this
Oh,
group are the ones that we are covering now and are the ones that are really common. There are other ways to create conditionals, but they are in the advanced level.
ok.
Okay, continue with this topic. The idea is that you complete the options or you select the options to complete the sentences for you to be true. First example, if a cashier undercharged me, I would tell him even if it were a small difference. So, in the next situation, borrow a lot of money for a friend. In your case, you would or wouldn't borrow a lot of money for a friend from a friend?
I wouldn't borrow a lot of money from a friend only if um
No, in this case, I wouldn't borrow a lot of money for a friend unless,
okay, unless I unless I'm broke. eh,
okay,
or unless I haven't money in this moment.
okay, check this example.
Okay, my children have an emergency. Um,
Okay, for example, in my case, talking about Sylvia, I wouldn't borrow a lot of money from a friend. It means that usually I don't borrow money. I don't do it. That's not usual. So I wouldn't borrow a lot of money for a friend unless my children have an emergency. I would do whatever to, whatever it's necessary to get my children out of an emergency.
mhm, okay.
So in your case,
In my
you,
case,
Elka, you wouldn't borrow
un
a lot of for a friend unless what?
unless I don't get a job and need pay the bills.
Okay. The next one. I would or
Um,
wouldn't return a gift I received to the store if or unless.
I would return a gift I received to the store if um ay, espérame. Return a gift I will receive to a store if is this the if the gift arm is bad, broken, um, um, no, turn off,
Damage. Yeah,
damage.
that's the word that you are looking for. In my case, I would return a gift it I received to the store if it were not my size.
Okay, it's an option.
That's an option too. Let's continue. I would or wouldn't temporarily borrow or unlock bicycle on the street only if or even if.
Um, I will temporarily borrow and unlock it bicycle on the street, um, only if I'm going to ruining the stolen the rover.
Okay, if you are chasing, give me a sec. I'm going to write what I understood from your idea. I
Okay,
would temporarily borrow or unlock bicycle on the street only if, remember, you need to use past. If I were
I wear.
chasing uh, a, a theft.
Okay, yes.
In my case, Sylvia's case, I wouldn't temporarily borrow or an unlock bicycle on the street, even if I were in a rush. Even if I were in a rush, I wouldn't temporarily borrow or unlock bicycle. And the last one,
Mm,
I
what
would
is
or wouldn't,
skipping? What is skipping? I don't
uh,
remember.
when you, in this case, when you don't do your job. For example, I had to, I, you and me are in the same office, and
Mm-hmm.
we have to come to the office and we have to do something, and I don't go. But our boss is not at the office, so my boss doesn't know. Skipping something, for example, skip work, I don't go to the office. Skip class, in this case, I don't connect, I don't join to the class. Some
Okay.
classmates skipped the class.
Eh, my,
Skip,
bueno, ¿cómo se dice? Ahí serían mis co-classmen, no,
no, classmates.
classmates, no, skipping the today.
Yes, they
Okay.
skipped in past, they skipped
Okay.
today's class.
Okay. In this case, I I would report my friend for skipping work only if she were sick and she have been a emergency with children's or that in complicated or complex or a
O-
situation.
Okay, you wouldn't report your friend from skipping work only if she had an emergency.
Yes.
medical emergency or family emergency, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. That will be my case too. I wouldn't report it unless she had an emergency. Now, when we talk about these situations, like would you return money? Would you report your coworker? Would you notify somebody else that you damage their car? So those situations are ethical situations. And sometimes most of the times we need the vocabulary to talk about those ethics and attitudes. In the yellow box here, we have the positive
Mhm.
attitudes and ethic situations. Acceptable, agreeable, approving, ethical, fair, honest, legal, logical, rational, responsible, scrupulous, and trustworthy. Those are the good actions. Now we are going to use prefixes to transform the positive into negative. Example, acceptable is transformed into unacceptable. What about
Um,
agreeable?
Agreeable, unagreeable.
Okay.
Okay. Disapproving. Approving, disapproving. Mm, ethical. Mm, I don't know.
Do you know how do you say when something is in this case they are positive ad adjectives and we are transforming into negative. So what is or how do you call that? In Spanish, when we have sinónimos y antónimos.
Um, this ethical and
Okay,
legal and ay, no, me la sé en español, en inglés no.
okay. Eso se llama en inglés para cuando tú lo necesites buscar, o sea, ¿cómo hago para buscar el antónimo, sí, la
Sí,
palabra antónima? Entonces, opposite, opposite word,
word.
opposite word. Okay, we have unacceptable and disagreeable, approving,
Disapproving or unapproving.
okay. What about ethical?
Ethical, unethical.
Very good. Unethical.
Unethical, unfair, the fire unfair,
Unfair.
um, the honest, I honest?
No.
No. Mm, I don't know, teacher. And help me.
It's similar to the one in Spanish.
Ah, okay. Dishonest.
It's similar.
Deleg
Okay.
illegal.
Illegal.
Illegal. The
Very good.
logical, illogical.
Okay.
The rational, irrational. Oh, sí, irrational and irresponsible, irresponsible.
Give me a sec because now I'm hesitating about illogical with double L, and yes, it's with double L. Illogical and sorry, irrational.
Yes. Irrational and
Batería baja.
irresponsible.
Responsible.
Um, the scrupulous and scrupulous.
What about scrupulous and trustworthy?
These scrupulous.
No, it's similar to the Spanish.
Um, yes, teacher. Unscrupulous. Cuando uno
Un-
dice que es inescrupuloso.
Unscrupulous.
And trustworthy. This trustworthy. Um, trustworthy.
In this case, is untrustworthy. As you said, in Spanish is kind of easy. We know the opposite of the words, and it's really easy, right?
Esto es como lo que entiendo es que es como una persona confiable.
Trustworthy, yes. And untrustworthy is someone you cannot trust. You cannot believe
And
that person.
this trustworthy.
Okay, now wishes and regrets. I hope that the unreal situations or conditional situations in present are clear, like even if, only if, and unless. And now we are going to talk about wishes, talking about present. These are present and strong, strong wishes about the present and the future, and regrets that are about the past. Okay? In this
Okay.
case, let's start with wishes. I wish I had enough nerve to ask for a promotion. So what I use is this expression, I wish. But as you can see, wish is followed by a verb in past. I wish I had enough nerve to ask for a promotion. I wish I could find the time to do volunteer work. Talking or continue talking about present. only if when it's a strong wish, we use if only my boss would consider promoting me. In this case, it's not only if. Invert it. If only. If only my boss would consider promoting me. Check. In the example that I was reading, I had, or in this case, I show you past simple, but it could be past continuous. For example, talking about this example, this with past continuous. I wish I were living in France. To talk about regrets, things that happened in the past and I would like they to be different. In that case, I use the same expression, I wish, but in this case, I'm going to use past perfect. I I wish I'd taken, I wish I hadn't given. I wish I had taken a few Spanish classes. I wish I hadn't given my parents such a hard time when I was growing up. And when we talk about regrets, again, we use perfect modals. If I had struck with something, I could have gotten, this is perfect modals, good at it. If I had stuck with something, I could have gotten good at it. Questions?
No, teacher. In this case, I need practice the structure. Um, sí, es la idea, es tenerlo muy en cuenta en qué momento pues voy a utilizar los modales y en qué momento pues utilizo el pasado continuo. O sea, es como, sí, dependiéndolo como, pues como yo lo veo. O sea, por ejemplo, yo desearía haber estudiado más inglés antes de tomar el curso, un ejemplo. ¿Sí? Es intentar utilizar también muy bien la estructura,
Yes, and identify when you are speaking about present wishes. I wish I had more time. That's in the present.
porque, ay, perdóname, porque yo sí me acuerdo de haber visto el Wish en A2 y de Sentence Short. Em, Here is more structure at the time verbal times.
Yes, we saw wish in basic two. Remember? I wish
Mhm.
my city were more organized.
Yes.
I wish my city had I wish my city had more parks. It's the same structure. Wish and past simple. You can use wish and past continuous.
Mhm. Yes.
Wish could, that's in past, and would. Those are the combinations. Let's practice a bit. Please go to quizzes. and I'm going to show you different questions. Some of them are wishes, some of them are regrets, some of them are using if only, or I wish, or we wish.
Okay, teacher.
Notice
A
that for
moment.
you, sorry,
Nothing.
for you, I wish plus past is clear. And in another, in the previous level, we saw the perfect modals. So here we use perfect modals again, accompanied by I wish. But when we use the past modals, remember, past modals is or are always used to talk about the past.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, this is the code.
3, 8, 9, 2, 1, 5, 4. Wish you todo. Listo. I'm sorry, we can't approve a new card. Please only.
Okay. Finish. In this case, you had no competitors.
Teacher is more difficult. I get difference or I'm the time, el afán, el afán también como por, pues por contestar, pero sí necesito como, pues ya teóricamente lo logro diferenciar, pero pues lo que hace es el tema es la práctica.
Yes, because we are adding new knowledge. You were clear on some concepts and you had practiced them, but now you are adding more information and more vocabulary. So you need to be able to use it to identify when to use when to use some options and when to use another option. Don't worry, it's normal.
Ujú.
You I think with the exercises on platform, you can apply them and you need to strive to do it according to the exercise. And remember that I'm going to upload this recording and you can develop the links that I
Ok,
paste to
listo.
practice. And if you
Ok.
need it, you can join a tutoring session, but not next week because next week I'm not going to be available.
Ah, ok, teacher.
We have some
Um,
3 days.
we going to the with other teacher or not uh, class.
Yes, the company organized that some teachers will have 3 days around Christmas. So some teachers like me, we are going to rest on those days. And some other teachers, they are going to have 3 days around New Year. So you
Okay,
will have classes during the whole month except on holidays like 25 and 1st of January and 24 and 31st of December.
okay,
But
teacher.
the other days, there will be teachers available.
Okay, perfect.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of the night.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye
Have a
bye.
nice day. Bye.